Hello, this is Valor. I have Diabolic as my co-caster. Welcome to Rage Quit Cup Season 3 Round 1. First of all, we the Rage Quit team would like to thank you for giving such an immense response as we have got 300 plus registrations this time. That's double the last season. This stream is brought to you by BenQ, Gigabyte and Dragon War.
Hello, this is Diabolic, and I have Sickest Squad in Dire team and GG Chennai in Radiant team. And there's outstanding weather in Delhi, and we are in Rage Quit Cup studio. And now we have like picking and banning phase here. But it's a lovely day, But we are yet casting it because it's no time to play Dota 2. Whether it's a bad day or good day, we are still here. Everyone is playing Dota.
And everyone here is watching Rage Quit Cup Season 3.
Her eyes are getting more comfortable.
Dire team, we have first.
Okay, we have the Sickest Squad playing in Radiant team and GG Chennai in Dire team. Oh sorry, GG Chennai in Radiant team and Sickest Squad in Dire team.
So let's see this picking and banning phase. We have Razor and Phantom Lancer banned in Dire team, and Tidehunter and Juggernaut banned in Radiant team. And Violent is picked in Dire and Lion is picked in Radiant team. So Razor and Phantom Lancer is banned. I can understand this Phantom Lancer become a menace to the team as soon as he gets the Fusel Blade and Manta. I think it's a very good ban because everyone finds this very annoying. As like we see in the ban of Tidehunter and Juggernaut, well, I think Juggernaut can be countered. It's not a significant ban, but I think they feel the threat that Juggernaut is to be banned, but it's okay. But I don't feel like the same.
Well, Winter Wyvern by Sickest Squad is such a very great pick because the cold embrace it offers prevents a physical attack. So I think GG Chennai will have to pick heroes which provides magical damage rather than physical, so that that able to kill the heroes of the Sickest Squad as soon as they get low. Winter Wyvern is such a great pick, I think.
Yes, Sickest Sword second pick is also very great, like Undying, it's like Tombstone. So GG Chennai has to avoid picking melee heroes and has to pick range heroes, because to destroy the Tom, melee heroes found it very impossible to destroy the Tom in between ganks. And yes, Dazzle GG Chennai has picked to, I think it's a counter to Undying, to heal the ally units as soon as he plants the Tom in fights.
Oh well, Winter Irene and Undying provides heal, so I think Jilchine thought to pick more healing heroes so that Sickest Squad feels get a little belittled.
Okay, so we have Lion and Dazzle as supports done in the GG Chennai team, and Sick Squad has Byron support and Undying offlaner maybe.
Well, Van Dyne can support too. He's not necessarily an offlaner. He can place a support as well.
But Undying as a tanker can get level, and so he can maybe counter carry too. He can fight carries as a 1:1 2 if
Yeah,
he gets.
yeah, he's a havoc as an offlaner.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That if he gets offlane, it would be much better. It would be much better for the team and for as far as himself too. And we can see QOP is banned in dieting. Yes, she's a very mobile hero, versatile, and yes, she can chase anyone. So this ban QOP, it's a great idea. And Storm Spirit and Brana banned in Radiant team. Yes, these are our mobile heroes. They are planning to all the ban these versatile heroes so that they don't have any trouble in the late game as well as in the early game.
QOP got banned, followed by Bloodseeker. Oh well, okay, they were planning to pick Slark already. That's why they banned Bloodseeker.
Yes, I agreed. Bloodseeker can counter Slark.
And Storm Spirit counters all the heroes, so he was banned by Chiji Chennai.
And Mirana, I think Mirana was banned as a support because no one plays Mirana as a carry. It was their era that Mirana used to play hard carry and can own anyone. I remember a match between Alliance and Navi when Laura was playing Mirana as a hard carry and was owning Spectre in the late game, and they actually won it.
Oh well, yeah, she can carry hard in the late game, but only if she gets farmed. Her arrows are very necessarily to get struck to the enemy heroes. Oh shit, Whistleback.
Whistleback is a complete menace as an off-laner. He can just own the three heroes, hard carry as well as his two supports. So yes, Sickest Squad has to play something very strong. I think they have picked Undying as an off-laner. But yes, let's see between two tankers like Undying and Whistleback who is going to win, who is going to own.
Sickest Squad needs to pick a disabler now. You know, to disable Dazzle from using his grave, and Whistleback as he's very tanky, so they will have to get a dismember hero.
Yes, they can pick Stunner too, like Earthshaker.
No,
What do you think?
yeah, Chick as a support, and then Undying will be playing as an offlaner.
Yeah, or maybe Ogre Mizai too. His like multicast caused a huge damage to the opponent team, and like his stuns are too heavy for them. Becomes too heavy, yes.
Oh well, but Sickest Squad is wondering hard what to pick.
Yes, they're thinking very hard to counter Whistleback. I think they're already annoyed by this Whistleback pick. Everyone hates this shit. And Tidehunter is also banned in Radiant team. Well, what do you think? Was it significant?
Of course, Ravage provided by Tidehunter is a menace, but for Ravage, so they thought that the Sickest Squad could have gone for an AOE combos, so they better first banned Tidehunter. It's a widely picked banned hero these days.
And as Sickest Squad has picked Leshak as mid hero, well, as it was first played by Sumail from EG team, and as soon as Sumail won this Leshak as a mid hero, everyone started playing as well as Dendy too. Everyone prefers Leshak as a mid, and yes, it caused a very huge, massive damage to the opponent team by his Pulse Nova. But yes, he needs a split earth accurately to and he needs a position. So yes, let's see what Leshak has to do in this game. Can he show his abilities to his fullest?
Yeah, well, if he needs to place his split earth, then the Sickest Squad might need a hero with the point target stun,
Yes.
so that they don't have to face difficulty in the early game.
Yes, this Chennai has to gank Leshak as soon as the game gets started, because once he gets packed with Bloodstone, as soon as he gets started with and done with Bloodstone, then it's very difficult to gank him in the late game.
Okay, now GG, it's time for GG Chennai to pick hero. Well, their offlaner is done. Their two supports are done, so they need to pick. Okay, their hard carry was Gyrocopter.
Okay, Gyrocopter is late game too, but it becomes very difficult against heroes like Phantom Assassin to go late game with Gyrocopter. Now it depends on the gameplay, how you play Gyrocopter. Can you utilize this Gyrocopter with fullest abilities? And now we have a last ban of Dire Team.
Gyrocopter is a very OP hero.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It can own this starting game. But let's see what happens in the late game.
Now it's time to pick hero by the Secret Squad. No, it's time for ban. Okay, they banned Pugna. Yeah, he's a threat because of the Nether Ward. The Pulse Nova which Leshrac provides he will get a massive damage by the Nether Ward because it is a skill which gets if it gets started on it. So it had no cooldown on his ulti.
Yes, so Chennai has banned Spectre, a late game carry, and it's a very good choice. I mean, against Gyrocopter, yes, Gyrocopter can't kill Spectre in the late game, no doubt. Spectre with Manta, hard.
But the hard carry is already done. Slark is the hard carry, no?
Yeah, yes, Spectre. Slark was a hard carry, well, yes.
Tinker is a mid, or maybe offlaner.
Okay, now I'm getting confused. I think Undying and Byron are supports, yes, and Leshrac is mid, Tinker is offlaner, and Slark is hard carry, right?
Yeah, now I'm buying you.
And now in G Chennai we have mid hero left, and they are thinking to counter Tinker and Leshrac both. Now I think Stormsweet was the best pick. They would have picked against Leshrac and Tinker. What do you recommend against Leshrac and Tinker? Magnus?
Well, I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused too. They have like two, early damage giving heroes like Undying, Leshrac. And
yeah, well, Magnus is a good pick to bind all of them. Okay, Invoker. He might play Quas Vex.
Now people must be shouting and cheering for Invoker. Yes, Invoker is a very rare pick, and most of the people who like it, they actually need to be very skilled, and will be rage coming if you miss a Sunstrike or somewhat whatever.
No, I think Invoker will be playing Quas Vex against heroes like Slark and Tinker.
Yes, but
Quas Vex is a good choice, so no, there won't be any Sunstrike expecting by any one of them.
Yes, now people are picking their heroes. And we have 3 standing in GG Chennai and 3 standings in Secret Squad actually. We must know that these heroes come to their respective lanes, or maybe they should gank at the ruin spot as soon as the game started.
Well, Lion and Dazzle are good roamers actually than Winter Wyvern and Tinker.
The game is paused. They are not just picking. I think someone went AFK.
Okay, break the leg, both of the teams, and there's a pause for some unexpected reason. We apologize for it.
So GLHF guys, break a leg. Both the teams again get started. It's live now. It's a knockout round, and Slark is going top with 8 tankos with himself. And Tinker is going mid. Yes, Tinker is going mid, and Leshrac is off laner. I was expecting Leshrac to go mid. And I'm just going to introduce what hero is playing what. We have Fassi on Lion and Remy Kals on Dazzle, Game on Gyrocopter, Shaki on Invoker, Predator on Bristleback, Squall over on Slark, Demon on Winter Wyvern, Wreck on Tinker, Sugoki on Leshrac, and
Goldberg
on Undying.
Okay, they are expecting to take a bounty rune from the bot. Both the teams have gathered here, and someone from the S squad has managed to place a ward here. Okay, they are asking for a pause. I don't know what's the reason here. Okay, someone from the S squad team is suffering from a keyboard problem.
We again apologize for this technical problem. So guys, have this patience for this game. We have 2 standing on GGC and 3 standing on S squad.
Dazzle is carrying 2 observer and sentry wards and 1 smoke of deceit. So well, Lion and Dazzle are going to be a full roamers in the match. Well, I think Winter Irene and Undying Slug are going to play aggressive on the lane, while Lion and Dazzle will be absent on the lanes.
Are you sure Invoker is going to play Vex Squads against Tinker?
Well, of course, they need some silence for Slug and Winter Irene as well as Leshrac.
Yeah, yes, okay.
Leshrac is a mana dependent hero too, so EMP skill is going to wipe out the mana from him.
Okay, I think we are expecting a gank at the watch view. Tinker has to share tangos with himself.
Okay, Leshrac has got the bounty rune, and there is a barrage on Leshrac, but Leshrac uses lightning storm. Oh shit, Invoker is very low. Okay, Winter Irene got the first blood by killing Jackie, who is playing Invoker. Winter Irene is chasing Dazzle, but I think he will be safe. No, Leshrac is still on him. There's a lightning storm used on him, but no block came by Leshrac. Holy shit, Leshrac is low, okay, but he got saved too. Tinker is back to mid lane. Undying managed to kill Gyrocopter. And Dazzle got died too. Okay, S squad got 3 kills.
Yes, 0-3-2 squad, and actually within 1 minute. That's a very impressive fight. Bristleback and Slug actually offlaners I was not expecting at all. I thought Slug would be going with his 2 sports, but he's offlaner against Bristleback. Well, yes, Bristleback will be owning Slug in this game in his lane. And I think Gyrocopter has having a tough time farming with his approach. Gyrocopter would be giving safe, offlane. Don't you think?
Yeah, well, I think it will go pretty good. Leshrac as a hard carry is a good choice. And there is a war going on between warding and dewarding. GGC has planted a sentry ward here. Okay, it's out of the vision. I thought it would be dewarded. I thought it would deward the ward planted by S squad, but unfortunately, it's out of the vision.
Yes, actually, it is in the range, but they can't see the ward.
Sorry, we missed a kill at top. Bristleback and Slug both managed to kill each other.
Leshrac is farming. I thought he would be playing solo, but he's with Wintervine, and both are giving very hard time to GGC. And then he has gone to jungle. I think he will be stacking now for Tinker to make boost of travel as soon as possible.
And Leshrac is leading in net worth by 1.4.
Okay, now Invoker will be making his boost, or then maybe use, or maybe he can rush his 4-star and then Orchid. For Tinker and Leshrac, heroes like which give massive damage to them.
Yeah, I will agree with you about Invoker's build. While Tinker is going for the laser and heat-seeking missile build. He has 1 level on March. It is Tinker after Leshrac, both from the S squad team, where Invoker is lying. Okay, he's very and on the bottom of the net worth list.
Where the dire wards? I can see sentry wards of dire team, but no observer. Okay, so it's an observer at this rune spot. I think any other maybe is rewarded.
Undying is doing quite a pretty job in stacking for Tinker.
And Leshrac as an offlaner is having a very pretty good experience getting away. See the Tinker and Leshrac at the top in net worth. That's a actually very bad thing for GGC. GGC has to do something to make it to cover up this loss.
Only Slark is leading in GGC, but Invoker, well, he's having a very bad time.
Yes, he has only boots, and Tinker has bottle and boots. Tinker just can fetch runes from both the sides, but Invoker doesn't want any runes as he doesn't have any bottle. He's just focused on his farm so that he can obtain his core items. I can go to gangs. So we can see Undying is roaming, and he's just stacking the camps, and then he will go to gang as soon as he gets level 6, and then he's getting some levels by pulling creeps.
Okay, when it comes to net worth about the carries, Slark is the offlaner who is leading in GGC, and Leshrac is who's playing the hard carry in he's an S squad. He's leading in net worth by Gyrocopter. He's giving a very hard time by spamming his lightning storm.
But it's 5 minutes and I can't see any gank at mid. Usually there's a gank at mid within 5-6 minutes, right?
Yeah, well, I was wondering that Dazzle and Lion would be roaming, but I think they can't rely on Gyrocopter to play a solo on the lane. Am I right?
Yes, we can see Undying coming from behind this bot lane.
Okay, they are going after Dazzle. He has placed his tomb. Leshrac, Dazzle is just waiting for his grave. Okay, did he have a grave? He hasn't got a point in the shallow grave. Now they are chasing Lion, but there's no Dazzle to heal him, and he died.
Dazzle should have taken his grave, not his poison touch actually. People nowadays does not take poison touch, as we can see in the international tournaments. Just post does not prefer poison touch. They prefer shadow wave and grave.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't got shallow grave.
Yes, I think he was wondering that if he roams that he should take poison touch, but instead he's not roaming. He's guarding Gyrocopter in his lane.
Okay, well, yeah, now I'm buying you.
They have got Region at bot rune and they are bringing someone to come and fetch. Okay, Undying picked it. And Viren has Arcane Boots completed within 6 minutes. 6 minutes 43 seconds. And Tinker is now finally taking his stats done by Undying. It becomes very interesting game when Tinker and Invoker are there.
Yeah, I'm actually very personally telling I'm very afraid of Tinker.
And Slark has point Whistleback in top lane.
Oh, he hasn't got any point in Dark Pad. Well, that's a good build. Okay, he has got 1 level now. That's a very good build of Pounce and Essence Shift. Sorry, we missed a kill on bot lane. Undying is on killing spree. The tri lane at bot of S squad have wiped out the tri lane of the GGC.
Well, yes, these picks are very interesting and can finish this game within 30 minutes if GGC cannot recover this loss. And they have Tinker.
Okay, now Invoker has come to their rescue. He has used his EMP skill, but he missed it. Okay, no, Winter Wiring got affected by the EMP, but Leshrac managed to dodge it, and Invoker used his EMP to prevent Leshrac from teleporting. Now Whistleback is chasing Winter Wiring, who is out of mana. Will they get the kill? Yes, they will get the kill now.
Now Tinker is back to farming at his mid, and he can. What is he?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He has 400 gold right now. and Soul Ring done too. I thought he would be rushing Boots of Travel and then Soul Ring. People just usually prefer it.
Oh well, because he is planning to march at mid, so he made the Soul Ring.
And now Radiant team is pushing to watch Dire team. And now they will take T1. And I think Dire team should just compromise it and should focus on farming like Tinker.
No, they won't compromise. They will go for the kill. They are very tanky, so it's time to show their tankiness. And yeah, they will definitely get a kill. And Dying places Tombstone, and their Split Earth got missed. And Dying again got the kill by killing Lion and Gyrocopter. He got double kill. He's on mega kill streak. Now everyone is chasing Bristleback, but he got Shadow Gate very early. Now Invoker is fleeing from this gang.
Well, yes, it was a very easy gang for them. It seemed like very easy to them. Like Dom, everything is over if you get this Dom. Like melee heroes, they have only Bristleback, but still these range heroes found it impossible to destroy it because Leshrac is giving with the Disperse Nova, he's giving very like inevitable damage.
It's Lightning Storm which giving damage. He hasn't taken up his ulti yet.
Yes, with his Diabolic Edict and Lightning Storm, he actually missed his Split Earth in the previous gank.
Okay, GGC is planning to gank here, but will they get a gank? No, I don't think. S-Squad is retreating from bot, and GGC will resume farming here. Tinker is free farming at mid lane. He has earned 1.3k gold and is heading towards Regeneration Rune. Gyrocopter has decided to farm on top lane.
But Gyrocopter is a very under level. Can you see? 4 level only.
Holy shit, I didn't notice that.
And Slark can kill him alone right now.
Okay, you have placed a ward here.
Dire team is doing aggressive warding for the Radiant team.
Well, they are over farmed. Undying has managed to make Medallion of Courage. As a support, yeah, it's a very good farm. Tinker is getting the stacks now.
Even Leshrac has Arcane Boots. So 2 Arcane Boots in one team. Obviously, they will get a very huge advantage in using their skills in the ganks.
Yeah, because Invoker will be using his EMP, so they will going to need a lot of mana to use their skills.
And I suppose that Invoker is doing Orchid now, not even use or Force Charm for himself.
Okay, Invoker has come here to gank Slug. Let's see if they get successful or not. There's a pink on Leshrac. Bristleback and Lion are heading towards Leshrac. Will they get a kill here? I hope that doesn't. Okay, Winter Binding is coming here to rescue, but Leshrac teleported.
What is Slark making? He has 2.1k gold. I am expecting a Shadow Blade and Silver Edge.
I hope he's not rushing for Blink Dagger. Well, that era is gone to make a Blink Dagger. Now it is usually Silver Edge which Slark prefers now.
Well, yes, okay. Let's see what he does in Blink Dagger if he has it. Oh my god.
Okay, that EMP completely drained mana from Slark. He didn't get even choose his Shadow Dance.
This was a bad move by Slark. He became very overconfident, not expecting an EMP from Invoker.
Yeah, he was very overconfident. He was just farming there freely.
Yes, and as you know, Boots of Travel are done by Tinker.
Okay, Bristleback just wants to farm here, but Tinker is so annoying here. He just won't let them farm.
And yes, Gyrocopter is 5 level and their Slark is 10 level. Can you see this level difference? 5 level difference between 2 carries.
Yeah, that's a tremendous difference.
Yes, and even Lion is 4 level. And it's been 13 minutes. We can see in
okay, now Invoker is dead by because as he got blocked by Tombstone, and Tank is on unstoppable streak.
Well, it's become very a one-sided team right now. A one-sided matches are going.
I hope Gyrocopter gets fat soon. He's still level 5.
Okay, we can see a very nice position of ward placed by this S squad on at mid between two towers.
Slag is here to kill Lion. He will get a solo kill here. He can escape easily using his shadow dance. But Tinker will also come to escape. Yeah, he has come here, teleported. Slag uses shadow dance and again pounds on Slag, but there's a shadow grave on him. Oh, but Slag died using. Okay, Slag died by his quill spray. And Slag then died by his missile. There's a tornado by Invoker, and that made Tinker died.
Well, yes, Invoker played very well. He has been playing very well from starting of the game. He's trying his best, but it becomes very difficult against such a very aggressive picks like Undying and Deshak. These two are considered to be very aggressive.
That's why Quasbeck's build is very good on Invoker against such lineup.
Hope he can make to the late game.
Okay, finally Gyrocopter has made to the 6th level.
And still he has to face Boots and Ring of Aquila.
There's a dire ward placed here
Yes,
between the T1 and T2.
Yes, even T3 and T4 at mid. That's a very nice position for them. They are playing very aggressive, and I think they want to end fast. They cannot just afford to go let Bristleback and Gyrocopter fat, and even Invoker for 2. If Invoker goes fat, then he can even use all his skills against them.
No, it's easy to counter Invoker in the late game. Just make Black King bar and then fight Invoker on phase, and or use just in case if you uses the Ghost Walk. That's the drawback of using Invoker. He gets useless in the late game as people rush the BKB.
We can see a gank at mid.
Okay, Slag was going for the solo kill here. He's alone. He has got no backup. Will he survive here? Okay, there's a tornado which he missed. Slag bounced to the other side of the map. Okay, he has got blink dagger, so he blinked away. But Gyrocopter got killed on top. But Gyrocopter got killed on top lane.
Well, yes, we were there to gank him.
Okay, Slag is just luring them. He's just roaming here and there because he knows that field will be safeguarded easily. Okay, he pounced here on Lion, who's trying to devour, and there's a shadow grave on him. And he got killed by the quill spray. I think Slag should better farm now.
Why he did that? I mean, he just came between 4 people.
Okay, there's a EMP which got missed. Now the GGC is retreating. And there's a call down, but it hasn't got any damage. Invokers, all the skills are on CD, so he can't do anything yet.
I mean, all 5 heroes of S-Squad have become a menace for this GGC.
Yeah, that's a very tanky lineup S-Squad has got. Lishdrax's Bloodstone is almost done.
Yes, actually, now it must be in the courier now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. That's not gonna hold.
Okay, just Invoker is just trying to shoo them away. So that because they can't afford to lose their T2. Slag came from nowhere and pounced on Lion. Then again he's fleeing back and there's a missile following him, but he got buffed. There's a tombstone placed here, so just GGC has to just kill it, and the Gyrocopter missed his call down.
The Gyrocopter has taken Undying's wicked 6 spree, and Bristleback has taken Winterbine's killing spree. Well, I think it will be a huge advantage for the GGC now.
Oh yeah, well, Undying streak is gone, so I think there's a hope here that GGC can turn the tables here now. The score is 10-24 to S-Squad.
Now I think you have told me correctly, Vala, that Shadow Blade would have been better instead of Blink Dagger. We can see that due to Imp and everything, it was become impossible for him to blink away. Come on.
Okay,
Shadow.
there was a missile placed on Slag, but shit, Invoker missed his tornado. They are still chasing him, but yeah, that's of no use. He has got 1 level exalt, so a stun strike on him won't even affect him.
actually was worried there and he was not getting any regen by Slark. And Bristleback is trying to make Vanguard and Crimson. Maybe he has vitality booster, but not a ring of health.
Okay, Slark is coming from behind. He
Slark
was
is
planning to pounce on someone, but he will look for a support, not for a tanky hero like Bristleback. There's a missile by Gyrocopter placed on Leshrac. There's a tornado which affected only Leshrac. There's a call down on him, but he got 4-staffed. And the tank doesn't have any mana now. There's a grave on Bristleback, but Dazzle and Gyrocopter both died in this gang. Winter Wyvern got double kill and Bristleback won't be able to survive here.
Undyne is chasing Bristleback, but he was unable to do it. Instead, he thought to back away from Bristleback.
Yeah, he will die here as Bristleback has got mana to use his vicious goo.
Bristleback's Vanguard is done, and now Tinker came to kill him.
Oh, poor Bristleback. Poor Bristleback.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Kill it.
Oh god, come on. his orchid was going to complete. Invoker's orchid just left behind now.
No, he still has got gold for the to buy recipe. Okay, his orchid is done, but there's a chance that the tables can get turned because Gyrocopter is heading towards BKB, which is very good.
Well, he's have only Ogre Cup done, and that's why he has only 100 gold. It's still difficult.
Once his PKB is done, he will start getting some kills, and it will be difficult for Esquire to push then.
But come on, you must agree with me. If Slark has, in late game, if Slark has a Bastion Plate, then it's very difficult. Impossible to get him.
I'm hardly watching him farm. He's just roaming here.
Yes, Slark as a, roamer. If you're confident on Slark, you can play very well, and in spite of roaming, you get the kills and you get fired ultimately.
Oh well, yeah, he's 4th on the net worth list. The top is Tinker is on top of the net worth list, followed by Leshrac, then Invoker.
Undyne has mechanism done, and I think he will rush to maybe Grievous.
Slark is pushing the top lane.
And GGC is planning to take Esquart's mid tower. But let's see, will they be able to make it? And again, Undyne comes to place his tomb in between them. It's a very nice combo by Winter Wyvern.
Oh shit, that was a nice position to place a tombstone, but there's a grave on him, so he got saved. He used his ghost walk. Lion died in this gang. There's an EMP, which was a quite good one. No, but Slark dodged it. Now he pounced on the Bristleback, but Dazzle has got no shallow grave. So unfortunately, their tanker died. Invoker still fleeing away. Slark managed to kill Dazzle.
3 of the GTC players have died, and now it's the Diet team to take a tower.
Well, GGC should rather farm here now. And they should carry a TP on the lane because they can't find any more ganks. They can't afford to lose anymore.
They should play defensive. Just to use their skills in a defensive way, not in an aggressive way. Because they're late game.
Yeah, that's right. The tornado, but not EMP.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. As all towers.
Now they are pushing the T3. Okay, now they are getting back.
Tinker is defending his bot tower and is upgrading his Dagon levels. So what should be the next item for Leshrac? Shiva?
Yeah, Shiva's will make him quite tanky, as he has already completed his burst Bloodstone. So yeah, Shiva's as the next item is a good choice.
Now I think they're heading towards Roshan. No, I think maybe a gang.
Okay, there's a Radiant Ward here, so
Okay,
they
yes,
has spotted Winter Wyvern, and GGC knows that Esquire is doing Roshan.
Tower is under attack.
Guys, we are expecting a gank at Roshan.
There's a fight coming here at Roshan pit. There was a pounce online and he got melted. Poor Bristleback has got low.
I just noticed Whistleback is like changing the modes of his boots. First it was intelligence, then agility, now strength. In between the gangs, he was like switching his boots.
There's a pause by Winter Irene for some unexpected reason. Okay, they are experiencing lag. Well, GGC should focus on farm.
Yes.
It will be very despicable for them to defend like this.
Yes, they should have, compromise the T2 tower and Roshan. They should like fight in a high ground in a way to conquer them in a way that a squad was leading. Now they should overcome it by fighting in a high ground so that squad cannot see them.
Yeah, well, the score is 13-36 to S squad. There's a pounce on Lazel and he got killed. But and I think now they are forgetting the idea of taking Roshan as they have already wiped out the GGC. So they will rather push the T3 tower.
Yes, Lion has become almost useless now. I mean, I should not say this, but yes, he's a support. He matters a lot. But by seeing the score 0-8 and he has only tranquil boots and nothing for his team to support right now. And even his stuns can give a negligible damage to this team, opponent team, I mean.
The Radiant should really do something about that.
Now T3 tower will be gone soon.
Okay, now their mid tower is gone and they are taking the barracks. I don't think they will be able to defend it, but yeah, it's worth a try. It's Invoker's responsibility to initiate, but he's getting hurt by the March. Everyone gets hurt. They need Crimson Guard to avoid this damage provided by the March.
Well, pipe should be good by Bristleback. Am I right? Pipe should be good.
Pipe as well as Crimson Guard, both are necessary in this game.
Yes, to avoid magical as well as physical.
Whistleback was going in to tank, but he got low already. Okay, there's again a tombstone followed by a call down of the gyrocopter. And already got killed out of the blue. Leshrac is on killing speed. Now they are chasing Whistleback and Invoker. The Pulse Nova, okay, Invoker used his Orchid and he got killed, but this was his Bloodstone which made him respawn very quickly.
Yes, it was a mistake by Leshrac.
There's still a tombstone place and GGC weren't aware of it.
It was a mistake by Leshrac to chase him, but yes, he had a Bloodstone. It was an instant respawn by Leshrac. Now they should just focus on barracks.
Okay, that Orchid Invoker is doing quite a pretty job. He got dominating streak of the Slark.
Are you expecting to go to the late game? It's been 25 minutes and squad is heavily leading GGC.
Well, if you compare of the farm of Slark and Gyrocopter, it's almost same. Gyrocopter is only recipe away from the Black Ink Bar, white Slark has done only Blink Dagger. He has 3.9 gold. I don't know what he's rushing for. Skadi is the best option, but he isn't buying anything. And
yes, maybe a BKB. I think he's saving gold for BKB because he has Blink 2. If he wants to initiate, he should just Blink in, pop his BKB and fight Gyrocopter and Invoker.
Yeah.
I think he should focus Invoker. Yes, Invoker is the one who can like maybe turn the tables for squad.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Okay, he had but Sanjay Yasha instead. Yes, it's a good item too.
Yeah, Sanjay Yasha or Eye of Skadi, either one of them is preferred.
So we have Raid Mail on Whistleback now, and Lion is making Mechanism. Gyrocopter rushing to BKB. He has 300 gold, and it's left for recipe of BKB.
Slark is hiding here. It is Oblivion to GGC. That's Slark. He's just hunting for supports. Well, he can kill Whistleback also with the help of Tinker, but he didn't go for him. Oh shit, poor Dazzle. Okay, that grave. Lucky Dazzle. He's rushing for Ghanem Scepter.
So the squad is taking Roshan without Slark and Tinker. Only supports are taking Roshan alone.
Because they have got Leshrac, the lightning strike. Okay, now Slark has come to help them.
Okay, so Slark will be taking this Aegis. Radiant team knows, and smoke gang comes from the Radiant team.
I still think that it's a bad idea to go there. Okay,
Yes.
Slug didn't go for the kill. He just got back. Winter Wyvern is chasing. Okay, now their GGC are retreating, and S squad will take the bot tower T2. Slug is just aiming for the supports. That's why the Blink Dagger was opted.
Fortification in place.
Yeah, sometimes Shadowblade becomes useless when supports plant sentries all over the place.
Tornado and EMP combo comes from Invoker, and it's a BKB popped by Leshak, and he's spamming his Pulse Nova and Diabolic Edict. Oh man, he killed Gyrocopter and Lion, and now his Aegis has come because he died in the previous gang, and now when the Aegis comes, Slark killing.
Okay, GGC got wiped out completely. That's a catastrophe. Now they are heading towards T3. There's a GGWP called by GGC.
Guys, now the S squad has qualified to the next round. Congratulations to the S squad team. Keep tuning to the Rage Quit Cup channel. We will see you in the next round.
Thank you, bye.
It's been a lovely day. Keep playing Dota 2. Bye bye.